This is Jabari Long with episode number 4 of the Long Report. Today we're going to talk about the NACA loan program. NACA stands for Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America. They're a national nonprofit that started in 1988. The organization was formed to combat predatory and discriminatory lending. Their loan program is loans traditionally. So if you know someone who has been turned down by a traditional bank or a traditional mortgage broker, the NACA program is probably ideal for them. Some of the highlights of the program, one of the biggest highlights is I want to say they have about $13 billion to lend. They're funded by corporations like Bank of America who have basically been sued for predatory lending practices in the past, and they were compelled by the government to pay settlements. And in turn, they pay settlements to this organization, and this organization, NACA, provides loans for individuals who may have been targeted for predatory or discriminatory lending. So another highlight is they have no closing costs. Sometimes closing costs is a big barrier for people to actually buy homes. They have trouble saving the money. So NACA has absolutely no closing costs. They're not credit score driven. Now, does credit matter? Of course. Can you be in bankruptcy? Yes. If you have, well, I take that back. Everybody's situation is different. If you've been denied from a traditional lender, then NACA would definitely be somebody you want to talk to. Or if you're a realtor or an investor, you want to see your clients to, because they might have a product or service available to help that potential home buyer. No closing costs, no down payment. Down payment in a lot of cases can be significant. NACA's program has no down payment requirements. They do 15 and 30-year mortgages. The interest rates are very competitive. They do acquisition and rehab loans, similar to the FHA 203K. If a person wants to utilize that program to buy a property that's in need of repair, NACA will provide the repair funds to renovate that home, as long as the homeowner is working with a licensed contractor. There's no fees associated with the loan, no origination fees, things of that nature, and then no income limits. So this is not a program or a product that's geared toward necessarily low income. It's for anybody who wants to use the product or services. They have a purchase program where people are looking to buy homes, and then they have a division that allows people to refinance out of loans that may not have favorable interest rates and terms. So for existing homeowners, if they feel like they're in a loan product where the rate is too high, maybe the value is lower than the mortgage balance that they owe, NACA is a resource to potentially refinance that loan and get into a low interest rate, and potentially cut some of the principal balance off to bring the principal balance equal to the current market value of the home. So one of those programs has been around since 1988, significant amount of time, 30 years. It really became popular or prevalent here the last 3 years. I want to say Mayor Mike Duggan reached out to the executive director of this organization and made this product available in the Detroit area. It is a nationwide product. It's not Detroit specific, so you can buy in the suburbs if you want. They have something unique with your down payment. As I said earlier, you don't have to put any money down. And that's not saying that you can buy a house without any money available to you. You are going to need money for appraisals, earnest money deposit to secure the property. But as far as a down payment, 1%, 5%, 3.5%, that does not exist with this program. However, if you are in a position to put something down, then you can actually use that money to buy down your interest rate. They have something unique to where for every $1,000 you put down, it lowers your interest rate 0.25%. So I think that 30 years about 4.5% right now. At 15 years, like 3 and maybe 3/4. However, if you were to put $16,000 down on a 4% interest rate that they gave you, then you would effectively have a 0% interest loan. I want to say that once again. For every $1,000 you put down on these loans, you can buy down your interest rate 0.25%. So if you were given a 4% loan and you had $16,000 to put down, then you could get an interest-free mortgage from this organization. Now, I don't know anywhere in the country where you could actually get 0% 30-year, 15-year mortgages, but this is an organization that provides that. So once again, the Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America, very, very good resource for people that's looking to buy and refinance homes. Another situation a friend of mine has, she has $140,000 worth of student loans. She went to a traditional lender. She was trying to purchase FHA, and they told her that although her student loan payment was maybe $200 or $300, whatever she had negotiated, they factor in $1,400 or 1% of her total loan balance into her debt-to-income ratio. With that $1,400 loan payment added to her DTI, she was not able to qualify for a FHA mortgage using the traditional financing. However, she went to NACA. NACA does not have that as a guideline. They only used her actual payment, which was $200 or $300, included that into her DTI, and she was able to purchase a home. So a lot of people think they hear no down payment, no closing costs. Oh, this is too good to be true. It's a scam. It's not for me or the people that I know. The program is set up to actually assist with other people. I'm here to tell you that I know at least a dozen people personally who have went through this program, qualified. Some have used it for acquisition only, and some have used it for acquisition and rehab. And from what I hear, they probably couldn't have bought properties any other way. So anybody who's looking to buy a home and they feel like they can't qualify traditionally or they've been recently denied, I suggest that you reach out to NACA. They do have offices in Midtown Detroit, and start the process to get pre-qualified so you can buy your very own home. Thanks for listening. This is Jabari Long with episode 4 of The Long Report. Enjoy the Super Bowl.